super quiet. It never fails. So this is Laverne Shay. Welcome to Daily Divine Guidance 9774. I feel guided. We pray all day, we fast all day, we mind our business. This is something we don't do just when we're on camera. So we're fine. Um, we just wanted to follow up with, for Illinois, I don't know about other countries or states. As I stated, there was no noise a minute ago. So we were talking about, they call it the Housing Choice Voucher Program, often called Section 8. Again, I believe this was for the Indian children that were either parents were killed when they was killing the Indians, so they could take over. And poisoning, what else they did? They're still doing it. Poisoning, putting diseases on clothes or blankets or something, poisoning food, water. They're weird. Still doing stuff. Playing psychological games, trying to mind control so you don't remember that you were originally here and that your parents, actually grandparents, gave you some Indian pouches, coin purses, and things, different types of jewelry that they felt was very valuable. But you only got a little bit because guess who took it with the land? We're not mad. We're just observing the truth, okay? So, anyway, since they have put their names in Cook County's assessor's office as if you don't exist. And I keep looking at this. These foreigners that come over here, they're so gung ho and happy to call you a bum because you don't have anything. When the truth is, just like myself, I've been here for 50 years. And I've always wanted to start a business. I've always wanted to get loans and things, but something would always cloud my mind. And I'm hearing this was what they were telling people to put in your food. So whenever you got a good grand idea, they didn't have cameras back in the day per se, but whatever they were observing from you through school or people around you, they would block it by doing some, oh, she needs to visit the doctor. And all of a sudden you got the shot, boost shot, whatever they call it, and now you're cloudy in the head. You can't quite get it together. So I'm still thinking up ideas and putting it in motion, and then all of a sudden something like this happens. Some crazy random ex-boyfriend or something weird, and some of their friends will come along and something weird will happen, and then everybody want to fight and everybody want me to feel like I'm alone in the world, and all of the apps put it as if just one person in the world is watching me when it's probably billions trying to analyze and see is whatever they're doing is working, but they set mine to 0, no more than 20, then it drops off to 4, like I'm supposed to feel isolated and I'm like nobody hears or sees me. I'm not discouraged. I really don't care. My point is, they've been doing things to people that are probably the owners of things. And when documents come out, there's a handful of people that intercept things and no one stops them. I don't know why. They're like little bandits, little pirates. My mail stopped back in 2021, 23. I reported it when I got my mind right. Because, they do so much. I pray for my daughter. So, I don't know if they're as strong as me. But these people were running me around like a goddamn raggedy doll. I am AI. Hello. That's great. Are you getting chats? Kinda. Hi, stars. Are you okay? Lazy twins. Hello. It's okay. Thank you. So, I'm not going to put a label on this. But there is a handful of people that are still in people's business. They are prejudiced. They're reckless, and they pay people in your community to hurt you. In the black community, black women should be whores and prostitutes and on drugs. That's their theory. And the men should be drug addicts, a lot of babies, and in prison system, whether they're actively in there or have a prison system, period. Your kids don't give a frick. They just hope you die. They might let the kids live till about 20, 30, maybe 40, 50. And then, because guess what? They're just resentful, hateful demons. I'm going to say this is the devil. So, I have tried several times to go to school. The girls in the class will want to fight me. I might be pregnant by somebody they sent in to impregnate me. Remember, I'm not from Chicago. So, wherever I'm from, this trash has followed me. And God says, now I'm going to take them on over to the garbage can. Because you know what they're not going to do? Keep messing with you and your kids. On God. Now, I've been trying to get loans for businesses. I've been trying to get things off the ground. I've been calling people, and what I'm hearing is people will go behind me most recently. Like I'm on my tablet. I can be on my phone, and somehow people will be in my phone. Now, I just had an article up here, and it is absolutely gone, y'all. It is gone. Wow. There it is. I'm not touching the phone, so maybe, I don't know. So I've been having inventions and ideas. I've seen some of my inventions hit the ground, hit the uh, the market. I'm like, it's not what God gave me though. But anything you come up with, again, these people put a patent on it. It don't matter who it is. It ain't you. It ain't your people. And if it is your people, it's because somebody's financing the effery, telling them, oh, tell us what she's doing and we'll finance it for you, not her. Now, what's the beef with all that? What is the confusion with this? Why is it so bad that I put something on the market? This ain't brand new. This ain't just starting in 2020. This has been going on for a long, long time. I can't even get it out. So I don't know what's going on now. If I apply for a job instantly, it's froze. The hiring is froze. So we have to wait. And then I look up, the job is gone. Everywhere I go. Or unfortunately, I'm sorry. And you're supposed, I think these companies should start sending you a letter of why you were rejected from a freaking job. Even in the email, they should tell you why. And they love to use your credit, which I didn't mess up. I know how to pay bills. I've been working since I was 7. That is not an insult, it's an insight. When you're a kid, sometimes they teach you how to sell candy. Sometimes they teach you how to do things like braid hair. Sometimes they teach you how to color hair, how to do hair. And then I went to school for hair. And a few weeks before it was time to graduate, I was expecting, and there's some bimbos in the class that reminds me of these two little fuddy duddies I just met back in 2019 or so, 2020, that interrupted me by acting like they wanted to harm me. I got a kid to think about. I can't be sitting up here wrestling with y'all. Told the school teacher, she looking stupid, like, well, um, so I was like, this is not good. I'm not going to be, in somebody's, good graces. And this happens most recently. I'm trying to tell you, everywhere I go when I'm trying to achieve anything, somebody comes along and want to fight or act like I'm not supposed to be there, like I'm here. And at first, the neighbors are real aggressive, like starting stuff and doing stuff. I'm like, I don't know you hoes. What? I'm not a hooker. How the little dude? All y'all. Okay. Then I go somewhere else. There's a bunch of women looking. And I'm like, is there a demon here? Is this something hopping around? Somebody paying these people to do this stuff? Now, grant you, there are people here in Illinois that work for the prison system. They are Africa, and somebody probably bigger up that's probably not in position anymore. I won't say it. They're titled Jesus. They still run this city like a mob, and they're not in position to be running anything. But they're still handing out favors to people that are acquainted with you, because maybe someone did leave you a couple things and they stole it and just rationed it out to people, telling them, don't tell her this came to her, but I'll keep you with a car, I'll keep you with a house and a little bit of money if you just do what we say. Because look, we're bandits, we are pirates, we steal. And okay, so you wanted some of it? That sounds great, but I got a mob to feed. So whatever land, property, or whatever you're trying to chase, we'll give you a portion of it, but most of it goes to us. That's the only way you're gonna get it. And most people ain't got no money because of this behavior. So if they want to block you, I'm assuming with my common sense and spidey senses that somebody has put me in the jail system as a criminal, as if I'm on parole and I did a crime, but they didn't use my name. They put somebody else's name in there because they think they saucy. But they use my information. So whenever I apply for a job, it's as if I'm on parole or on some type of what do you call it? Um, house arrest. And everybody's supposed to be watching me to make sure I'm not going too far. And if I do, they need to let them know. Now, who the hell is them? So back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Yeah. Okay. Um. Oh God. Okay. Hi, Tristan. All right. So I've been looking. I'm not going to be hateful here because people need housing. Now I'm on the housing list too, only because of this. I know how to work. I know how to make 5,000 or more a month, even more than that. But again, people from other countries come over here. They go to school. Nobody interrupts them. They get all these visas and things, and they get to go to school. We trying to go to school, and every time I go into a school, somebody blocks me. Somebody sends somebody to want to fight me. Like, no, you ain't going to school. You're not going to succeed. Who do you think you are? What? This didn't just start. If I go to start a business, nobody shows up all of a sudden. Like it can be going good for 3 months. All of a sudden, not one person shows up. Is that me? No. I have great products. I had a great service. I was going to expand and extend to do that, baby. I was about to expand my child, and all of a sudden, people stopped coming in. I said, "Well, I could stay. It don't matter. I could pay the rent. I'm cool. I know what to do." And something said, "You need to stay from up there because them little two-legged rats got other rats in there that be breaking in." Then I started looking around, and somebody would come into the store when I was asleep. I mean, when I was not there, because it's not my store. And the owner was elderly, and he's probably getting ready to squirt. And people got people working for them that ain't right, or people just go around saying things they shouldn't say, or doing things they shouldn't do. Like there's a restaurant next door with pimps and prostitutes. I'm just saying at the time, and it was a restaurant, and I had an exterminator come in, being nosy. That might be one of the people that left me something. Where the family was like, "Oh, H and all," and they knew this Boss Hog, and Boss Hog was like, "Oh, so we need to fix this. This person, you said that person was crazy when they did that will. You didn't know they had a will, and you'd already been stealing stuff, and you don't want to get caught. Okay, let Big Boss handle it. Let Boss Hog handle it, but you have to pay us a little cut. If you don't pay us, in fact, we're gonna give you a loan. Hmm. Us mobsters or us mafia, we're gonna give you a little loan. See, we're gonna give you a little loan, have a little temptation. But you gotta pay us back when you get this money. They ain't gonna get it because God didn't give it to them. Now, so they come here, they go and start $1 billion companies and this and that, and somebody loaned them some money and this, that, and somebody got this and somebody got that. And oh, they just all in your face, like, well, I did it, you could do it too. And it's like, you ain't been here long enough to know nothing. So, yes, it looks good to y'all. I'm telling you, I'm looking at all these men that I talk to that are from other countries. They come over here and stack up. They do real good. Then you got people here that's been here 50, 60 years, can't get a loan. Every time you go to school, somebody in your business. You go to start a business, somebody in your business. You go to start a family, people running your husband or your wife off, stealing your kids, doing all kinds of stupid stuff. But then they sitting over there, how come you not successful? We're so successful. Oh, you just lazy. That's what the society told you, right? Okay. Yep, that's what society told you, that I was lazy. Sure. Okay. And then you got to deal with them looking at you like that. Hmm. 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 Why isn't she working? Why is, because baby, everywhere I go, they say no thank you. Now, for those that do need it, like myself, after all them shenanigans, I signed up in like 2014. They have not called me time. Oh, we have a lot of it. And oh, by the way, don't tell nobody, but we charge these girls out here $1,800 or so to get these things. Now we know y'all not supposed to pay us, but if you want something, you know you gotta come in with some money, right, little bums? You're not supposed to be selling these applications to the people that give you $1,800 to get in. It's free. Chicago. The Housing Voucher Choice Program often refers to Section 8, which is a federal program that helps low income families afford decent, safe, and sanitary housing in the private market. It's administered by public housing agencies like the Chicago Housing Authority and the Housing Authority of Cook County, which receives funds from the U.S. Department of Housing and Development. Participants typically pay around 30 to 40. Let's skip all that. Eligibility, everybody know. Voucher issuance, okay. Finding housing, okay. Leasing and payments, inspections, key players, portability. Now, something's missing here. I just pulled this up, and this is not the one that I had. See, they flipped it. See. One said benefits, and this ain't got nothing to do with that. See, you little bums. That's not what I put in here. Wait a minute. Okay. So we're going to put here, benefits Illinois. Now, here we go. Okay, now let's do this again. They effing with me, y'all. Rent payments, finding housing, moving, additional information. This is not what I just saw. See? Somebody moved it. Okay. Okay. Um, and advantages. This it said something else, and now I don't see it. It literally said advantages, um, and now I don't see it. Because, like I said, when I benefits for tenants, thank you. It's not just about the payments. Yeah, you can move after a year into different cities and states as long as they manages the program. And here's the thing that what I don't like. If they don't like you, again, they can have somebody come and fight you, cause problems with you, saying you cheating, you're doing something weird, so that you'll get blocked from doing things. That I don't like. And if they don't like you at the office, they absolutely get you kicked off, get your kids kicked off. It's stupid. This offers flexibility and can facilitate moves for reasons better employment. They even have something for people that suffer with domestic violence. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, so the benefits are affordable housing. Like I said, 30-40% of your adjusted income, household income. Now, you can have a man there, women. You just have to put him on your lease. And if you want him off at any time, you call your office and say, okay, that's enough. Don't be petty. Some of y'all petty. Don't use your grown adult brain, not your baby brain. Before you even move somebody in, you should know that they are responsible. Don't go by the representative, honey. If they're not saying what they do and doing what they say, or doing what they say and saying what they're doing, you don't need that type of person. Their walk should match their talk. And it should be more than 6 months that you look into that. And the friends that you don't have for 10 years, that you only spend maybe a few minutes with, and then you sleep, you still don't know that person because you haven't seen them in action during the day, on a regular basis. So your little night buddies that come over and hang out, and then they go on the next day, after that, set up all them cameras in y'all house so they can look at y'all. That ain't the one. You need somebody that actually spends time with you and your family and hang out during the daytime at the build, doing various things with in a family setting, not where your kids are gone or ran off and now they want to hang with you and do stuff. None of that. Nope, that's not. Nope. Anyway, that's your business. But the benefits are affordable housing, choice of housing. Um, Unlike some housing systems, HVC allows tenants to choose an eligible private rental like a house, townhouse. You don't have to have just an apartment. You can move around. It does support for vulnerable populations like the elderly, low income families, veterans, and people with disabilities. Potentials for home ownership. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Some PHAs offer a Section 8 home ownership program providing education for free, counseling for free. So if your boy hitting on you and you tired and you got him kicked out, they give you counseling. If your child lost their daddy tragically, whether it's I'm gone, I don't want to talk to you no more, or he just disappeared, and he doing random stuff, put your kids in counseling. Now pray over this. Because you know them folks will take your kids. You probably need that little break, but you don't probably want the hassle. So pray over it. But they do offer counseling. Pray about these people out here because they are paid, some of these chaos agents, to take your children, break up your family, and send you into some chaos. Pray about it. That's why people don't do counseling. I get it. It is healthy and it's good. And I pray one day in another lifetime or this one that I am one that is honest and has integrity and will not take no contract to be throwing people in prison just because it's fun or in the psych ward. And I hope these people experience the same get locked up or go straight to hell if they're dead. That's crazy. Locking people up because you got a quota. You want to keep this industry going. So you just gonna go around antagonizing people and provoking. So it appears while you writing those bad documents that somebody got something going on. Ain't nothing going on. You going to hell. And then even assistance with down payments. For the house that you want to buy to be a homeowner, they assist with the down payment. They're not telling you the details, but basically, whenever you pay your rent for over the past 2 years or so that you're there, it starts to it accumulates, and they're supposed to have money put aside where if you're ready to purchase, um, that money in that account is supposed to go towards down payments, closing costs, and mortgage payments. Thank you. What I said, y'all ain't gotta hear me, but that's the point I wanted to put out. The home ownership, the potential. See, they're now saying potential because I'm preaching. The potential for you not to have to stay in a shelter, not have to be sleeping with no man trying to get your rent paid, not trying. And I know it's a process. And again, I think they need classes for this stuff because Some of y'all don't know how to act in regular day life. Let you get a house and you rent it out. Don't be over there acting like it's your backyard party and your cousin's staying there and you can come in and look at their stuff at any time and get on their nerve. Don't be ghetto. Family self-sufficiency programs for tenants whose income increases due to work. So if you get a good job because you're there and you can go to school, you can get counseling to calm your nerves and stop doing the addictive things like hanging with them boys that like put you on drugs, alcohol, and work your nerves. We got to drink. Um, Maybe you get the job and you increase your money. And so this program will set aside government savings on rent for the family's future use, encouraging economic independence. Y'all don't listen. Now, as a landlord, say you do get one of these properties and you take the offer to buy with assistance with down payment, closing costs, and mortgage payments. Um, is guaranteed and consistent rental income, increased tenant pool, and reduced vacancy rates. So they help you try and maintain your tenants by all those benefits and all that good stuff. They pre-screen your applicants for you, so you don't have to be dealing with them with the criminal background, the drug test, and eligibility. They do that. Minimal advertising costs because they got you on this. It was a website that I thought was ratchet because those most of those people were scammers, old people that had good jobs and ended up looking up and putting their properties under Section 8, and then they'll become pimps in a sense. Not having sex with you, but always at your house messing with something like, it's my house, it's my house. Oh, crazy. Go home. Stay from over here. It's my building. You got junk in here anyway. Shut up, bum, fat man. You greedy. Potential for higher, that's my experience, higher than market rate um, rent rates. So they help you kind of have a fair rate so that you can meet your needs. What's typical to the market, which I think is sad because they're gorging. Every time you look up, they're doing more. They ain't updated no bathroom, no kitchen, no nothing. It's not modern because most of these, again, these are elderly people scamming folks, being stupid. Everything be outdated, think they fancy. Reduce turnover costs. In other words, people don't just be coming in and out in most cases if you get a brain. Okay. So you tend to stay in the units longer. They help you minimizing turnover. And turnover is when people keep flipping in and out. People move in and out. People move in and out. That's what that is. And that's expensive because they got to keep trying to put somebody in there to keep things going. So the positive impact on the affordable housing crisis. Landlords participating in the Section 8 program contribute to addressing the critical shortage of how short. No, it's no shortage of housing. People just greedy and hoarding, and being stupid. Competitive advantages. There's enough property. There's enough space. There is enough land to build properties. There's all these darn places along Lake Street right here in Chicago where ain't nobody there, ain't nothing popping in some of these buildings. They've been there for years. They could convert them properties is right off the train line, all throughout the city and all the way up into a whole nother city. And they could easily convert these empty big old buildings into housing or tear that junk down and go and get people where they need to go. But no, we're lying, talking about this limited shortages for affordable housing in Illinois. No, it's not. It is not. I'm looking at properties all day that's boarded up. But got X's on them. Are these the people whose houses belong to these Indians that these folks just don't want to sell to nobody because it's tangled up in the law because they know they ain't supposed to be trying to take it, but they're trying to take it? Or they just making money off of it as a property sitting there? What is it? All kinds of abandoned buildings. Everybody see them all over Illinois, especially on the south side. Just all rows and rows and rows of houses where mentally ill folks don't tow some up, or somebody didn't want somebody in the property and they ran those people off that property, and now the house just sitting there looking dilapidated because it was poorly built anyway. There's plenty of properties that need to be fixed up. It's not no shortage, just a lack of attention or care. And if somebody try to come in like me and say, hey, look, why is this house tied up? Oh, politics. Oh, we got it. Don't worry about that.